So very good to be with all of you. Welcome. So many deep blessings from Tamalakai's most recent Shabbat discourse of being like little children. No bottom to being like little children. And the confluence of that discourse with the Holy Weekend of the Bride's Feast and our celebration of the Magdala brings me to a deep desire, even an urgency to essentialize the middle pillar with all of you. We could be tempted, looking at two-dimensional glyphs of the tree of life as it has evolved through centuries of Mekubalim, or masters of Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism, to see three columns intersecting 10 circles, but that of course is just one of many possible iterations of what we hear and imagine in Genesis 1, particularly Genesis 2, with regard to the tree of life, Et Chaim. Et Chaim, the tree of life, is none of these glyphs and all of these glyphs, much more like the river that flows from Eden, watering the garden. So how do we describe a river, beloveds, with geometry? Doesn't really happen so well. For all the same reasons we can't step in the same river twice, neither can we find the exact beginning of a river, nor its end. Such is the deeper revelation of tree of life as a river flowing forth from Eden to water the garden. And so tonight, the help of the Shekhinah and this deep desire to give and receive, to clarify, purify, open, where, how we might find tree of life, river flowing from Gan Eden to water the garden, I'm moved to bring your attention to your brow, to your heart, and to your navel. And by brow, I just don't mean the front of the head, I mean the center of the head. The center of the head is not the center of the brain exactly. But for those of us who find a facility and a particular accessibility to brow, will feel any moment we turn there just this perch of awareness. A place to sit, a place to rest, a place to anchor with the simple intention, laying down, standing up, commuting, working, cleaning, lovemaking, tending to things. There's always the brow, the center of the head, and it has no bottom, beloveds. And here, at center of the head, is something of a way into the mystery of Holy Soul, Neshama. It's never born, never dies, beginningless, endless, abiding always. The center of the head, keeping it that simple. Neshama. And by way of this place in our physical body, center of the head, Neshama, we'll work with the name Yah, Yod, Hey. As when we hear Hallelujah, Yod, Hey, center of the head, a gate, a portal that has no bottom. Then we'll shift, with the help of the Shekinah, into the center behind our heart. Not the heart that warms and breaks, none of that sentimental shell of ego projections that are pleased or displeased. No, here in center, within behind heart, is the gate of Ruach, your person, your experience as a person in this world with an orientation, a disposition, bearing, Ruach. And with Ruach, within behind the heart, meditation will call upon Yahweh Yoshua. Yahweh Yoshua. And then there is this work. Then there is this deepest giving and receiving of all. And that is at our navel, our belly button, our feeding tube, bringing us into this world, full of nerves, full of awareness, full of insight and experience, particularly with, of, from, as, in this body. All in holiness, all necessary, all divine, when in the navel, in all of its feelings, its vitality, its experience as a physical being, its instincts, its guardianship, its emotions. This we can clarify, with which we can give and receive. Being here in any moment, here in any emotion, here in any physical state, we can feel the navel. Going into surgery, coming out of surgery, being sick, being well, being sleepy, being well rested, and every other possible shade or shadow of being here with this body is navel. And with the help of the Shekinah, we will call upon Kala Mashiach, anointed bride, to really help us open all of the windows, all of the doors of this experience of nefesh, this vital soul, this anchor, and by experience, root. So, beloveds, if you can just feel 3 points of kavanah or intention: the brow, the heart, and the navel. Very simple, very present, even juicy. Easy breezy. The brow, the heart, and the navel. Nothing conceptual about these. Nothing to think about. Nothing to fake it until we make it. We know how it feels to camp out in the center of the head, in our heart, and behind our navel. That's simple. And in this is a middle pillar. Three places, three names. And we can engage this anytime, anywhere. I, for one, would like to remember, call upon this during afternoon prayer. I could engage this in the morning or in the evening, however I'm inclined. But, beloveds, this is a very beautiful essence to the subtle body, body of light. Brow, heart, navel, holding the transition points of body of light, wherein the river that flows forth from Eden to water the garden moves most naturally, graciously, and organically. With God's help, let us engage. As in any moment, wherever we are, let's just observe without commentary. How has it gone today? How does it feel right now? And let's be very interested in the awareness of the state rather than identifying with the state. And let's just breathe for a bit. Taking in the temperature of the room, the ambient sound inside our space and outside. The support beneath us, beneath our hips, beneath our feet. Isn't it miraculous that we're aware of anything at all? Be very curious about the awareness. As you breathe in slower to your nostrils and out your lips, finding a sense of humor, a gentleness, with oneself, and some awe of this witness, this awareness, unconditionally present and abiding. As we gather ourselves into our brow, the center of our head, perhaps breathe into this and breathe out from this Make it an intention, an awareness to just breathe in and from the brow. Take some time settling in and with the brow. Breathe into this place, breathe from this place, anchored in the center of the head. And there is a way, beloveds, very simple, very essential, in the brow, to give and receive. Breathing into the center of the head, anything that feels tense, outside, lacking. And breathing out from the center of the head, fullness, graciousness, acceptance and love. Let us breathe for the people and land in the center of our head. This grace of Mashiach. To empower this, to offer this. Breathe in the name Yah. Breathe out the name Yah from the center of the head. Breathing in, Ya, into the center of the head. Breathing out, Ya, from the center of the head. If you wish, intone as you breathe out, Ya, from the center of your head. Rooted in Ya, from the center of our head. We emanate further from within behind our heart as the trunk of such a tree of life and all of its branches upside down. Gather yourself, beloveds, within behind your heart. So simple. So present. Breathe in the needs of people and land. Breathe out the fulfillment, satisfaction, centered in your heart. Gather into your heart needs you know, your own and those of others. Breathe out the answer to their prayers as well as yours. And charge this breath with Yahweh, Yehoshua. Empower this intention in Sacred Heart, breathing in Yahweh Yoshua, needs of many, breathing out solace and release, Yahweh Yoshua. If you are inclined, intone Yahweh Yoshua as you breathe out. Feel before and behind, right and left, above and below you, intersecting in Yahweh Yoshua, your root in the brow, your heart. Now reaching to your navel, right there and behind. Feel, beloveds, this anchor of the body. From when we were fetus, even to now. The gate bringing us into appearance, into matter. Gather yourself there behind the navel. Observe. Breathing there, breathing from there. Breathe deeper in and deeper out from navel. Observing what you observe of body and environment. Breathing in needs your own, those you know and love, people and land, perhaps trapped in reactivity and instinct, Feel this in the navel, this very deep web. And breathe into this Kala Mashiach, and breathe out from this Kala Mashiach. And may the anointed bride receive the offering of yourself from brow to heart to navel, offering yourself, the whole of yourself, conscious and even unconscious. Chanting in with your breath through the nose into navel, and chanting out with your breath from the navel, Kala Mashiach. Kala Mashiach, 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 Kala Galamazia, Galamazia, Galamazia. 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 Breathing in all of this, beloveds. Navel, heart, brow. Brow, heart, navel. Feel your being, your becoming. Your presence, your power in Shekhinah of Mashiach. Abide in all three as you are, having never left. Breathing in all three, breathe out all three. And continue. Giving and receiving. The offering, your in-breath to people and land, your out-breath to people and land, anchored in brow, heart, navel. Breathe out, heart, brow, navel. And feel these three gates within yourself, in and out. As the array of soul, mind, heart, life. Without beginning, without end. Simple and direct. And observe the space about your body and environment. The space within. The array of brow, heart, navel. And come to rest in their union, in their fullness. And rest yet more in the being of the One. Wherever you feel this in this moment. Trust the opening of this space within you and about you as the extension of the mercy of El Elyon to so many this very moment who most need this now. Hold this with them, for them, as them. Brow, heart, navel. As though they depend upon it, because they do. Through you, the anchor of the Sacred Heart, your holy root, your brow, and your life in your navel. Perhaps your right and your left hand are touching. Perhaps the whole of this tree of life has gathered within you. The will to give, the will to receive, brought into union. Not letting the left hand know what the right hand is doing, as Perfect Master has said. That always in giving and receiving is the deep union whence we emanate, in which we abide, to which we return having never left, in Shema Israel, Yahweh Eloheinu, Yahweh Echad. And then we add Baruch Hashem Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. And we offer this to all, saying simply and proclaiming, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Blessed is the name of your sovereignty. We love you with all of our heart, soul, mind, and life. Each and every one as ourselves. This is the way of unification, and it is the essence of holiness. Remembering and practicing this, so are we greatly blessed. As we breathe this in, beloveds, we breathe this out. May the sanctuary of Mashiach, through you, as you, continue to touch those who come to your heart, your mind, your awareness, and let every thought of anything or anyone be as the radiance of this unity. Any sound, temperature, feeling the radiance of this unity. And may in your dreams and in your rising remind you, recalling to you the sanctuary you are for so many. Zachor Shalom.